All right, my name is Blessing, and when I came to this section, or probably on my way here, I thought I was going to come be just another speaker. But sitting down right there, it happened that I'm not just a speaker, but I came as a participant because every other person that had spoken before me, they gave me things that I need to go and improve on. They've actually stirred me up. Now I'm more like fired, or probably I'm hungered to do more because probably you guys read my bio. I don't think it's enough. Like Favor just said, AI automation. Recently, there's actually a client that reached out to me and he was like, "Oh, Blessing, I see you're doing very well on Upwork, and I would want to onboard you into my team and probably maybe teach you AI automation." And I'm like, I don't want to start learning dashboard. I don't think I want to like delve into that. But through what my sister here, Favor, has actually shared, I think I would actually go back on Upwork. I already typed the text. I'll go back on Upwork and tell the client, okay, I'm ready. Please teach me. All right, so today I'll be taking you guys on the future of, can I get my slide, please? The future of client relationship, building trust in a digital world. Next slide. All right, I want you guys to indulge me. How many of you guys here have actually worked with a client that seemed distant of or hesitant to trust you? How many? Is there anybody like that that has ever worked with a client and the client was very hesitant to fully trust you? Or probably how many of you have actually lost a job, not just because of poor work, but because something just felt off? Like probably you and the client, you guys were not communicative, or probably you guys were not rolling or in the same terms. So something happened. You've done? Okay. Something happened recently. A client reached out to me. That was just last week on Upwork. And he happened to be a client that speaks French, but he understands a little bit of English. And he said he needed help in managing his email inbox and if I would be open to that and doing some other administrative tasks for him. I said yes to it, and he sent the contract on Upwork. And I was expecting that he gets me signed in into his email, since he said email management, probably use LastPass in getting me signed in into his email. But instead of that, this client went, created another new email entirely. He's actually trying to, he owns properties and he's actually trying to sell some of his properties. So there are some emails that he needed me to follow up on the agents and probably respond to the email trend. So he created a new email entirely, and then he forwarded the emails from his original inbox to this new email. Remember, I said this client speaks French and I don't understand French. So these emails were actually written in French. And the way he forwarded them, there were things like I couldn't understand the email trend because he didn't forward it properly. I had to get on a section with him and I told him, look, for this contract to go well, or for me to help you, you have to give me access to your email. Probably if you don't trust me enough, since you're just getting me started, or probably we've not worked and you don't trust me, you could make use of LastPass, right? And I believe that a client hiring you on Upwork should actually have in the back of their mind that if maybe you defraud them or probably use their personal information for anything, they can actually go on Upwork and write you a bad review, and no freelancers want that. That should even build trust in the minds of your clients. But unfortunately for this particular client, he said he had personal information on his email and he would not be able to share his email to me, even with the help of LastPass. So I told him, look, your email you sent to this new email you created is written in French, and I would have to take the time to like translate this language to English, and you didn't even you didn't forward it like correctly. So instead of giving poor work or probably cracking my brain to understand this email thread, I would step back from this project and I would not be continuing with you, right? So that's how I lost the client. I lost the client simply because he was unable to trust me, or probably he has not been, probably if it's actually a client that maybe I did a data entry work or probably any other administrative tasks for, probably maybe would have built trust. But since he was just actually a new client, know me, he couldn't trust me with his personal information. Please, can I have the next slide? All right, as you all know that in today's world, businesses all over the world are actually employing virtual assistants, not just virtual assistants alone, people that offer digital services or digital skills, they are actually using our service more than ever. But unlike the traditional office setting, where you get to see your boss, or probably you get to have a spontaneous chat with your boss, or probably daily in-person check-ins, for the virtual assistant world, it doesn't happen like that. Now we are actually forced to build trust based on our actions, even our inactions, the things we don't do. Like, I was actually in a company where, let's say, they send a message on Slack, and for you to tell your team lead that you actually saw that mail, that message on Slack, you would have to react maybe with a thumbs up or probably like an emoji. So let's say you don't get to react. They'll be like, this person is not part of us. You saw the message, right? But you did not react. So even in your inactions, like probably not just doing a thumbs up that you've actually seen the message and you acknowledge the message. Sent a message to the client, and now we are actually forced to build our build trust through our actions, through how we communicate, and through our professionalism. Please, next slide. So today I'll be sharing on how to build trust in a digital first world, strategies to improve client communication, and how to exceed expectations and keep clients long term. Next slide. Understanding trust in the digital workspace. So imagine you're a business owner, right? And you're hiring a virtual assistant for the very first time. You're trusting this person not just with your tax, you're trusting this person with your data, and also you're trusting this person with your brand reputation. I don't know if you guys, sometime last year, there was actually something that happened on IG, where an Instagram vendor was actually trolling someone. I think was body shaming someone, and that had to be a business account. So when people noticed that, oh, this person body shaming, or this person that left this ill comment is running a business and is using her business account to do this, they actually came after the business. People went on Instagram commenting and everything. This lady, the owner of the business, had to come open, did a live video and shared it on her Instagram page. And do you know what she said? She said the person who left that comment was not her, and it was her virtual assistant that did that. Right? So even me, I was actually pained because at then I thought about myself as a virtual assistant, and I don't understand. I just started. Okay, I thought about myself as a virtual assistant and what effect it had to do with me, right? So simply because a business actually hired you as their virtual assistant, it doesn't mean that they trust you automatically. They are trusting with their tax. This person has hired you. He or she, without even saying it loud, is asking, can I trust this person? Can I trust this person to deliver on this task I have actually assigned to this person? Can I even trust this person with my data? Plenty businesses have their maybe trade secrets, or probably how they prepare. Let's say you're working for a food business. They have their recipes, how they prepare their meal, how they prepare their meat pies, and the rest. Can I trust this person with my recipe, that this person won't go about sharing my recipes, or probably how I run my business with other brands? Or can I even trust this person with my brand reputation? They ask themselves, hope this person I just got on my team would not be the reason why my business would go down, just because you got, for those of us that are actually on Upwork, just because you got an offer letter from a client does not actually mean that this client automatically trusts you. It's based on your actions and how you interact with the clients that the clients will trust you. So number one is consistency. When you deliver on time, every time, like, be that person that client knows that, okay, let's say your name is Blessing, your Blessing is sure to deliver. I had actually worked with a client that hired 2 virtual assistants at the same time. Now, this is not to exonerate myself, but over time, I got to realize that the client actually assigned more tasks to me. Why? Because I make sure that each time a task is given to me, I deliver on time. I don't wait for deadlines to deliver on my tasks. The next is transparency. You don't want to be that virtual assistant or probably that digital person who offers a skill that client would always be running after you, asking, is my job done? What is the update? You can actually come up with a strategy where before your client asks you, oh, have you done this job? You can quickly send a message. Let's say your client's name is Jane. You could say, hi Jane, just a quick update. Your draft is in process and I'll be delivering it on or before Monday, right? Let me know if you need any changes to this plan. This makes the clients know that, okay, you have them at heart, you have their best interests at heart, right? Professionalism, be polite, responsive, and always act in their best interest. Then confidentiality, how you manage their trade secrets, how you manage how they run their business. You don't go about sharing how they do their stuff. Next slide, please. Sorry, can I have the next slide? All right, I would love to think communication as a bridge. So communication is actually what keeps the bridge in motion. It's actually what keeps the bridge from collapsing. It keeps the bridge to be stable, while lack of communication, let's say your communication with a client is weak, would collapse the bridge. So the first is be proactive. Like I said earlier, don't wait for clients to ask for updates. Always update your client on where their work is. If maybe they gave you a deadline, you cannot actually deliver on the deadline. It's left for you to tell the client, okay, this is the status of your delivery, but unfortunately, I cannot deliver by this particular time. I'm going to get your work done this time. Then set expectations early. Right? One of the things I actually do is, let's say a client comes to me and he or she says, Blessing, I need you to do this task. I know that probably this task will take me roughly an hour to deliver, but I'll tell the client, oh, I'll deliver in the next 3 hours. Now, what makes and then I'll work towards delivering that job in an hour time, and then I submit the work or task. What the client has of me, or what I'm actually telling the client is, look, I set deadlines for myself, but then I go an extra mile to to make sure that I even deliver right on time. So most of us, we maybe our client comes to us and like, oh, Blessing, when can you deliver this task? And you tell the client the exact time, and that exact time might not even be when you finish that job. You might even see that in the process you even require much time to deliver the job. So use the right tools: Slack, Zoom, Trello, anyone. For me, when a client hires me, I ask, because their clients are very professional, right? When a client hires me on Upwork, I ask the client, what's your preferred communication? Where do you prefer to be texted, or where can I reach out to you best? Where can I reach out to you best? Some of them say, oh, let's remain on Upwork. If you have any need to contact me on Upwork. Some of them say, oh, I make use of GChat. You can reach out to me on GChat, or probably on Slack or WhatsApp. So make sure you actually use the right to. Then clarity over assumptions. There's something about assuming. So let's say a client gives you a job or probably a task. It's not something demeaning or probably shameful when you get to ask questions and ask the client, what exactly do you want me to do on this job? It shows that you're actually someone that wants to get the job done in a very right way. So let's say a client gives you a job and you think that, oh, he says I should do it like this while the client wants it like this. And you go hours producing the wrong thing. And then the client comes and probably you submit the job and like, oh no, this is not what I want my job to be, or this is not how I want this job to deliver. Already you've actually tracked your time and you've wasted time doing the wrong thing. So it's very good to assume. And one of the things I do for myself is, let's say I'm in a section with a client and the client is actually telling me how they want their job done. So after they must have finished explaining the different things that they want carried out in their job, I reiterate what they've actually said. I say, okay, if I get you clearly, you need your job to be done this way and that way. And if there's anything that I've actually missed, definitely the client would say, okay, no, add this or add that. Next slide, please. All right, it's actually one thing to do what is expected, but the virtual assistant or probably anyone who offers a digital skill or even any services at all, one thing that you actually do is wanting to do what is expected, but the VAs who truly stand out are the ones who go above and beyond. So anticipate needs. Let's say you're a personal assistant, and then you know that your client is actually someone that takes coffee every 10 a.m. And maybe there's a particular day the client has not reached out to you to like, oh, Blessing, can you order my coffee for me? You can actually do a coffee for the client, and the client will be appreciative. Oh, this person knows me. Deliver more than expected. Stay up to date with new tools. Like my sister has actually said, AIs are actually out. You can actually learn the new tools that would make the client's job more efficient. Then you adapt to change. Sorry, I'm just rushing because two persons are actually on my neck telling me to round up. So imagine you're a virtual assistant, right? And maybe you're handling email management for a client. So instead of you to like probably respond to emails, inquiries, you can actually go one step ahead in creating a frequently asked question where your clients, that's your customers or your clients, clients can actually get to know about things that they would probably maybe text or email you guys to know about. The frequently asked question would be very nice. Next slide, please. All right. I don't know if there are actually freelancers in the house. You guys know that short-term gigs are very great. They're very exciting. But the real success to being a very good freelancer is having long-term gigs. Clients that you know that they would stay, come like this year to next year, they are with you. So, right, short-term gigs are great, but real success comes when you build lasting client relationship. Act as a strategist, and ways to do it is act as a strategic partner, not just an assistant. The problem I think most people have, they don't act they act as though they are actually there to perform a task. Once they are done with that task, they are out. But when you put yourself, or probably you make these clients know that you're there for their betterment, even you go as far as maybe there are other areas that this client didn't assign to you, but you have an idea on how to get it done. And you tell the client, oh, I think we can actually do it this way or that way. This client sees that, okay, you have their business at heart and you're actually not just there for the transactions, but you're actually there to like help them out with their business. The thing we don't know is that if your client sees you as just an assistant, it will be very convenient for them to quickly replace you. They would replace you, but if they know that you're there to add value, definitely they will keep you for the long term. Regular check-ins, you have to build mutual trust and respect. Also celebrate their milestones and successes. I have clients that, probably my female clients that, let's say, I have a client that when I started working with her, she was actually in the university and she graduated. She got married. She sent me pictures of her child. That's because like I've been able to like build a communication, or probably I celebrate her milestones as though they were mine. Next slide. All right, the best VAs that would thrive are those that embrace technology. I think one solid point that every speaker have actually touched in this place is technology. Embrace technology. Definitely you have to grow. Imagine, let's say you are someone that when the typewriter age was still in vogue, you were just using typewriter. Now the keyboards have actually come. Who makes use of typewriter today? Nobody. So next point, like my sister Enoch once said, develop strong personal brands to showcase credibility. No one will know that you're good at what you do except you tell. No one would no one will put you out there except you do it for yourself. So it's enough to be on Upwork, it's enough to have good reviews on Upwork. But if I don't come out to the open, or if you don't come out to the open to tell people that, okay, look, I can do this, or probably you show your processes on how you tell a story. Let's say you are assigned a task. Use that task in telling a story. That's how you build a strong personal brands to showcase credibility. Then continuously adapt and upskill. I'm one person that I didn't like Discord. Like, since the Discord application came out, I don't like Discord. I prefer Slack or GChat or whatever this thing. But now, like, a client actually hired me and he uses Discord. All right. The closing thought and call to action. Trust is not earned. Trust is given. And your communication style shapes clients' confidence in you. And going the extra mile would always set you apart? As you leave this section today, I want you to ask yourself, what is that thing that I would actually do to make sure that I have a strong relationship or build more trust with my clients? Thank you very much.
Thank you.